In the quiet shadows of a genius watchmaker's workshop, thousands of mechanical souls hum a secret song, hidden away from the prying eyes of the world. These machines are perfect. They define beauty and precision. Yet, they remain prisoners of a creator who fears the world might not understand their unique rhythm. We often live our lives like this master craftsman, hoarding our talents and dreams in the dark, waiting for a perfection that may never actually arrive. We delay our own presence in the world because of a shadow called perfectionism, hiding our best work away before it even has a chance to breathe. Instead of sharing his light, he gently wraps the watch in velvet, placing it inside a heavy black wooden box with a heavy, trembling heart. He carries it down to the cellar, a place where time stands still and the echoes of unfinished potential bounce off the damp, cold stone walls. This is the vault of hesitation, where thousands of hours of genius are buried under layers of dust and the crushing weight of not good enough. We are stealing our own time, robbing the future of the gifts we were meant to give, all because we fear being seen as less than flawless. Perfectionism is not a high standard to strive for. It is actually a protective mask for the deep-seated fear of being judged by others. We tell ourselves we are simply waiting for the right moment, or that we need more practice. But the truth is much more painful to admit. We are holding our own souls hostage in a glass cage, watching the real world pass us by while we wait for a signal that never comes. The price of waiting for perfection is the total disappearance of actual, living time. Every hour spent in hesitation is an hour that is gone forever. In this basement of the mind, dreams do not age like fine wine. They wither like forgotten flowers that never felt the touch of the sun. Think of all the manuscripts you burned, the songs you never sang, and the projects you abandoned because they didn't match the impossible vision in your head. A tiny flaw becomes an excuse for total paralysis. We let the fear of a small mistake stop the entire engine of our creative life. Above the cellar, life continues in all its messy, chaotic glory. People are moving, failing, and succeeding, while we sit in the silent, perfect dark. The world is full of people using broken tools and making mistakes. Yet they are living, while we are merely existing in a state of stasis. He realized that his pursuit of the perfect machine had cost him the very thing those machines were meant to measure: his own precious life. When we wait to be perfect, we are effectively choosing to be invisible. We are choosing a slow death over a vibrant, imperfect, and messy life. Imagine your life is this clay. It is soft, pliable, and full of potential, waiting for your hands to give it a shape and a purpose. Every time you hesitate to start, you are stalling the process of creation. You are overthinking the shape before you have even felt the texture. We see the crack, and we panic. We think the entire piece is ruined, forgetting that the fire of the kiln can heal many imperfections. This is the cycle of the procrastinator. We destroy our progress because it doesn't meet our internal, unreachable standard of what it should look like. It starts with a spark of inspiration, but almost immediately, the mind builds a wall of what-ifs and not yet around the fragile dream. We convince ourselves that we are being responsible by waiting, but in reality, we are just committing a slow act of creative and personal sabotage. The loop of regret is a heavy burden. We regret not starting yesterday, so we spend today paralyzed by the guilt of our own inaction. Every second you spend overthinking is a second you are stealing from your future self, the version of you who has already succeeded and learned. We don't actually fear failure as much as we fear being seen while we are still a work in progress, unfinished and raw to the world. Your tools are getting rusty. Your skills are stagnating. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to break the silence of your own cellar. One small action is worth 1,000 perfect intentions. It is time to stop thinking about the masterpiece and start making the first mark. This isn't just a story about a watchmaker. It is the story of the office worker who has a brilliant idea but never speaks up. The email that could change your career sits in the drafts folder, gathering digital dust because you think it needs one more edit, one more check. We are terrified that if we hit send, the world will find out we aren't as smart or as capable as we want them to believe. And so, another day passes where your potential remains a secret, and the world is deprived of the value only you can contribute today. It is the artist who fears the first stroke on a white canvas, terrified of ruining the perfect image they have held in their mind. By refusing to make a bad drawing, she ensures that she will never make a great one. The canvas remains empty, and her soul stays quiet. It is the entrepreneur who waits for the perfect market conditions, the perfect team, and the perfect product before they even dare to launch. We are all watchmakers in our own way, hiding our mechanisms in the cellar because we are afraid the world won't like the sound they make. The fear of judgment is a thief. It steals your voice, your confidence, and eventually, it steals the very identity you worked so hard to build. Every time we retreat, the cellar grows a little larger, and the door becomes a little harder to open. We become comfortable in our shadows. Compare that silence to the runner who is slow and clumsy, but is out there in the rain, feeling the air in his lungs and moving. The world belongs to the ones who show up, even when they are shaking, even when they aren't ready, and even when they feel like frauds. Growth is messy. It is imperfect by definition. You cannot have the tall, strong oak tree without the small, vulnerable, and struggling sprout first. The cellar is safe, but nothing grows there. It is a museum of what could have been, a cemetery for the life you were meant to live. A working clock with a scratch is infinitely more valuable than a perfect clock that has never ticked. It is time to let your gears turn out. One morning, the watchmaker woke up and realized he didn't want to die in a room full of silent, perfect boxes. He chose to be brave. He opened the door. He didn't wait for the hinges to be oiled or for the dust to be cleared. He just opened it and let light in. The light didn't care about the dust. It didn't care about the boxes. It simply filled the space, chasing away the shadows of decades of hesitation. His hands were shaking, not with fear this time, but with the electric surge of a life finally beginning to move again after years of stasis. He took his best work, and he carried it up the stairs, out of the darkness and into the messy, unpredictable world where it truly belonged. He stepped onto the sidewalk. He felt the wind on his face and heard the noise of the city. And for the first time, he felt alive. He didn't wait for a crowd. He didn't wait for a critic's approval. He simply held his truth up to the sky for everyone to see. The people didn't look for flaws. They didn't see the tiny scratches he had obsessed over. They only saw the incredible beauty and the light. They heard the music of the gears, or rhythm they had been missing in their own lives. His work was finally fulfilling its true and noble purpose. The scratch was there, but it didn't matter. In fact, it made the watch more real, a testament to the human hands that had created it. He had been his own jailer, and in one moment of courage, he had set himself free. He was no longer a ghost in his own cellar. One by one, the other clocks began to wake up. The silence of the cellar was broken by a magnificent, growing symphony of time and movement. The world doesn't need your perfection. It needs your unique rhythm. It needs the contribution that only you, and your beautiful imperfection, can provide right now. Your time is a finite resource. Every grain of sand that falls is a moment you can choose to hide or a moment you can choose to live. He is no longer waiting. He is participating. He is finally part of the grand clockwork of existence, contributing his own beat to the universe's heart. Here is your challenge for tomorrow. Pick one small thing you have been hiding in your cellar and bring it out into the bright light of day. Don't wait for it to be perfect. Don't wait for the fear to go away. Just open the box and let the world see what you've made. Your life is waiting to be lived. Your song is waiting to be sung. The only person who can unlock that door is you. Don't let your time be stolen any longer. The world is waiting for your unique rhythm to begin. Are you ready to finally start living?